So I got a question put out to me. What are your thoughts on certifications? I work at a consulting company, and that seems to be the primary focus for most of my colleagues. Is there a certain number you should have under your belt? Is there a certain number of certifications? That's the first question. Second question, also, what are your thoughts on renewing an expired certification? Is it a waste of time? Have a good day. All right. So generally speaking, I think certifications have a certain limited role, but they do play a role. So in my own hiring practices, when I do hire people, I admit that I do look at what, if any, certifications they may have, whether that is a university degree, a college degree, a boot camp, or just a certification in general. It plays a minimal role. How much does it impact my decision making? It's hard to put a number on it. It could be 5%, could be 10%. For me, experience building real things is more important, but good certifications do indeed play a role. So should you get a certification? If the certification is going to cost you thousands of dollars, I probably wouldn't. If it's costing you hundreds of dollars to get a few certifications, to show that you're up to date, to show that you can pass these things, it could impact your ability to get a job, not necessarily as a freelancer, but working for somebody, maybe as a consultant. It does add a little bit. As I've said in so many of my videos, the top three assets that you have today are reputation, skill sets, and IP, intellectual property. So reputation is built from building things, contacts, people know you, whether you've written and published online, and certifications. It's part of your reputation building structure, if you will. So I'm not a huge advocate of certifications. I think that work experience and practical experience that you can show and demonstrate are more important, but it does help. In the interest of transparency, I have been, through StudioWeb, providing certification services to schools for 8 years now. So what does that mean? I basically have a certification system in various languages, and schools have been using my certification to certify their students. And again, in interest of full transparency, we're about to release a very refined and robust certification platform for the general public, because people have been asking me for many years and I just never got around to it. So we've designed something. So that is coming out. So I'm being fully transparent with that. So yeah, certifications, it helps, but it's padding to your resume rather than the focus of your resume. Work experience is more important. So how do you get work experience if you're just starting out? As I said, do freebie jobs. Do freebie jobs just to get your feet wet. Consider the first couple of projects that you build as part of your training. And it's a cliche even when you hear from people I know who are engineers and computer scientists and computer engineers. Most of them will tell you that they really learned their trade, their skill in the workplace, building real things as opposed to school. All that most schools do is kind of prepare you in terms of your ability to communicate and some basics in terms of the languages and so forth. But at the end of the day, you really get you really get your skill set by doing. It's like that book, best-selling book, Malcolm Gladwell, another Canadian, in fact, out of Toronto, on it's called Outliers, and he talks about in that book how it takes 10,000 hours to perfect any skill. And this is interesting because in Chinese martial arts, the tradition going back a long time, I don't know, 1,000 years, 2,000 years, whatever it is, they talked about to become an expert fighter, it took about 10 years of training. And the way they would break down the training, it came down to about 10,000 hours. So that seems to be a consistency. Why do I bring that up? Because it's about work experience over accreditation. Work experience is more important, but accreditation can get the ball rolling. You consider the certificates as kind of like the spark to the fire, right? It gets the fire going. So to me, it's worth it to get some certifications if the cost is not great. You don't want to spend like thousands of dollars. I wouldn't do that, that's for sure. But if the cost is reasonable, it can add to your resume. It also shows an intent on your part from the employer's point of view. Look, John or Jane they're getting certified recently. It shows me that they're actively keeping their skills up to date. They're actively demonstrating that they do have the actual skill sets that they can show besides the projects. It just shows intent. It goes back down to reputation. At the end of the day, when people hire developers, when I hire developers, I want to know that they're interested in what they're doing. I want to know that they have experience. I want to see that they can be productive in their work. And this is all part of it. Anyhow, there you go. Those are my thoughts based on my over 20 years now of being in industry. So that's it. Bye-bye. Hey, everybody. So people ask me, do a vlog, Stef, do a vlog. So I'm doing a vlog. I don't know if my day is going to be interesting. It's now 11:30, Monday. I just did the bare minimum I had to do with regards to emails. I get so many emails. I got like another 100 I have to take care of. But I'm going to do it this afternoon. Though it's kind of a cool day, overcast, I think I'm going to head downtown. Can you see downtown? No. There it is. I'm going to head downtown to get lunch and maybe look at an investment. And there you have it. So the construction is so bad downtown now, Montreal. Great city overall, but it's so bad right now that I'm not going to take the car. I'm actually going to bike downtown in this cold weather. Cold for me in late May. It's about 17, no, it's right now it's about 12, 13 degrees and very humid. But the humidity is good for the trees, right? Nice, lush trees. Okay, we'll talk soon. Ciao.